Dune Prophecy Episode 5 now out. Let's talk about it. Okay, so the newest episode of Dune Prophecy is now out, and what just happened? Holy smokes. We got one of the biggest reveals at the end of this episode that just, I didn't even think about. Like, to me, this never ever correlated that this would ever be a reveal. I didn't even think about it. And then after it, I'm like, that makes total sense now. It makes total sense to why that would happen. It was just crazy. So let's get into this episode. Now, obviously, the big reveal. Let's just jump straight into it. The big reveal at the end is Desmond Hart and his origin, his backstory. Who is he? What bloodline is he from? When she gets the sample from her sister and she starts running it through, and the genetics come in, and you hear the words House Atreides, and you're like, okay, Desmond Hart is an Atreides. Okay, makes sense. Okay, this is interesting. And then it says Harkonnen, and it comes the two bloodlines come together to showcase him. So he is half Atreides, half Harkonnen. And when you first hear it, you're like, wait, he's half. And then when you have Desmond Hart there talking with the other lady, with the Emperor's wife, he's talking in the room there, and he talks about how he was left. His mother gave birth to him and left him, and he had to fight for himself, basically. And then it pans to one of the Harkonnen sisters. Not the mother supreme superior, mother superior, not her. The other one. And you see her face. And then it clicks in your mind. Holy crap. That night she spent with the Atreides, where she ended up killing him, she got pregnant that night, and Desmond Hart is her freaking son. I never, ever put that in and think Desmond Hart is going to be her son. Never ever did that ever cross my mind that was a possibility. And I wonder if this is why he's after the sisterhood now. Because he feels like the sisterhood ripped his mother away from him. Is that the motivation of him wanting to destroy the whole entire sisterhood? We know why the Emperor's wife wants to get rid of the sisterhood, because we got another reveal in there. The son of the Emperor, the mother arrives, and she's part of the sisterhood. And you can see the jealousy going on there. And that obviously the Emperor had a wife beforehand who is now part of sisterhood. So when they're at the table there and they're having dinner, you can feel the tension, the emotion, everything like that. And obviously Mother Superior has put this in place because this is what she's trying to do. And when she's talking to Desmond and that, she wants to get rid of him. And I think that's why one of her motivations to get rid of the sisterhood is because of that relationship that her husband has. And you see it in this episode where the Emperor and his ex are both there, and they're like, undoing buttons and stuff like that. And you're like, oh my days, what is going to happen, man? This is all going. Things are just hitting the fan left, right, and center. So those two big reveals were huge. And now it shapes it into something that's going to be insane moving forward. I can't wait to see what is going to happen moving forward. Now, we also have the other Atreides, the swordsman. He has now been captured. He was handed in by the prince. The prince handed him in, so he figured out his little thing that was in his locker room that he forgot to close. He just walked off because Desmond pissed him off, apparently. Was pissed off, and then he went off at the prince, and then the prince finds all that stuff, so then he turns him in because he wants his father's approval, and this is a good way to get it. So you have that stuff going on as well. So now he's there. Then you have, obviously, the sister, the princess, who is in love with the Atreides. She goes there and talks to him and tries to figure out the information that she's required and stuff like that. So what's she going to do? Is she going to break him out? Is she going to leave? Because she's not happy with her father or anything like that, which is showcased at the start of the episode where Desmond is getting this new role, this new unit and everything to stop the insurgents and everything like that. She's not happy with that because of what Desmond did. I mean, it's just all happening, man. This is just from where we were to where we are now. It just happened. And now all the pieces are moving so quickly. You have Desmond Hart, who should have died in the explosion, didn't die. And this is now them believing that he is the chosen one. Then you have the Fremen sisterhood chick, who is not happy with the Mother Superior. And when the other little acolyte says stuff to her, she's like, you're naive. Like, you're molding her in your image. And basically what she figured out is the sisterhood told her that she blew up everything, her bar, all that stuff. She blew up everything that she built on that planet. And the sisterhood's like, oh yeah, here you go. Just go back to our safe house in Arrakis. You'll be fine. And it's like, yeah, that's what they do. They take everything from you and give you nothing. And she's finally realizing that that's what's happened here. And oh man, crazy stuff there. Then you have the stuff with the girl that died in the sisterhood. And now we have the other Mother Superior before the Harkonnen lady took over. Her come back into this body, and they start working out things. And they figure out that this dream, vision, nightmare thing that they're having is a freaking virus that everyone is getting. So now it's like, well, why didn't she get it? How come this particular sister did not get that? Why did all the other ones do? So there's little things like that. And then we have the older sister, the elder, like the one that looks the oldest. She is not happy because she's like, well, what the hell's going on? Why is she alive? What have you done to her? Like, what's going on? She's not in the loop and that. Everything's going on. And then you have House Harkonnen trying to get their way. Like, what is he going to do? Is he going to betray his sister, his aunt? Is he going to betray her? Or is he not? What's going to happen with that? So many things happened in this episode that moved everything forward. And those reveals, man, they just... crazy times now. Now, what is going to happen moving forward? I can't wait. Again, another fantastic episode. The dialogue, great. The acting, superb. The visuals, stunning as well. I can never, ever get tired of just those long, broad shots of just the landscape, the ships, everything. It's just gorgeous, man. It really is. And so far, this show is living up to the hype. It's getting better and better each week. And bring on episode 6 now. I want to know what is going to happen next, man. This was so good. So let me know what you guys thought of this episode. What were your thoughts when the big reveal happened of Desmond Hart's origin story? Maybe some of you picked up on it, and maybe some of you were like, I can see that that's going to go on. To me, I didn't even clock. It did not clock, but now that I know, it makes freaking total sense. It makes total sense now. It's right there in my face. So they did a good job of screening it for me, so... let me know your thoughts, smash that like button, click subscribe, and I'll see you guys next video. Until then, stay safe, and peace out.